Alright, let's get into it. I was actually like rehashing two earlier conversations I was having with my mate. And what I was beginning to say, and I knew this needed to be a talk, was I remember when I was down doing bad, and I was actually at the very beginning of the stage. I mean, literally, I had just gone through the beginning of the storm. I hadn't even quite got to the eye of the storm yet at that time. And I remember a good friend of mine was like, Rashonda, understand that you are the spirit and you are the energy of change. Like, know your stuff, know the stuff that you have. And based off basically what you were saying, the gifts that you have and what you are as a person, as an essence. I don't have to talk to people, counsel people, help anyone, like try to. I don't have to do that. Just being in people's lives, it automatically brings change. If they were stuck with something for the last 10 or 12 years, I am like Jesus' hem of his garment. When the lady with the issue of blood in the Bible said, she kept saying to herself, if I just touch the hem of his garment, then I will heal, I will be made whole. And so when Jesus had said, who touched me? You know, everybody was looking around like, what you mean, Jesus, who touched you? Like, you literally got hundreds of people in the front of you, in the back of you, on the sides of you. All of these people in one way or another is touching you. So what do you mean? Like, they might have even thought that Jesus was trying to break bad and be like, no, you don't put your hands on me. Like, they might have thought that that's what he was saying, when in reality, that's not what he was saying at all. He was saying, I just felt power that I didn't intentionally push out of myself for a purpose. Like, I won't lay hands on nobody to make the blind see. And I wasn't laying hands on nobody to make a lame person walk. I wasn't easing nobody's troubled mind. I wasn't setting no intentions. But I felt power, healing power, leak out of me, and it went somewhere. So he was saying, who touched me? Who touched me? Like, I demand to know. And not even because he wanted to rebuke that person, not because he wanted to fight that person or feel some type of way towards them. He was simply saying, I know that I just helped somebody be made whole. Somebody's faith made them made whole. And so the woman with the issue of blood stood up and she was like, it was me. I did it. And I didn't mean no harm. Look, let me tell you my story. I was going around for over 20-some years, 30-some years, just constantly bleeding. And as a woman that's been in that situation, I've literally experienced that, so I know how horrible that can feel. But she's like, I've been going through this, doctors, soothsayers, medicine men and women, men of God, everybody and their mama have done something to try to help me heal this situation. And I ain't gonna go into it because it would be too lengthy and get completely off topic. But I could go so much deeper about the things that this woman had to go through and experience because of having this situation happen to her. And Jesus simply looked at her and said, your faith has saved you. Woman, your faith is what healed you. Yes, the power came out of me, but it was your faith. And that's what my friend was trying to say at that time. She was like, even if you're not doing no healings right now, even if you're not doing no psychic readings or no life coaching right now, you are still that thing, even though you are not doing anything, saying anything, or setting any intentions. And so I'm telling you that God is using me right now literally to tell you, you need to get away from everybody. You need to make the choice and decision to go into isolation and be by yourself. Because right now, you don't need to be leaking no power. You don't need to be leaking no energy. You need all this for you. You need this to get through this new storm that you about to be going through. And in order for you to be able to think, feel, know, believe, have faith, have trust, and build and do whatever it is that you need to do for yourself. You've been spending so much time healing the world that you have not been spending enough time healing yourself. And because of that, now that's honestly the reason why you ended up in this storm. And she didn't tell me all this, but I could tell you now from my own history that that's what was going on. It was during that time that if I was able to be in a position by myself, but I wasn't. I had no vehicle, trying to do the best I can, trying to figure out how I'm going to get out the situation I'm in. And then I got blessed with my vehicle in the same situation. And I had so many blessings, breakthroughs, and miracles, like literally being handed to me by God, but I couldn't see them. I couldn't understand them, and I couldn't use them because I was still leaking out so much power. God blessed me with food stamps, and this is not clickbait, but God blessed me with food stamps, and I care enough and I think enough that I'm the one in need. I'm the reason why I qualified to have it, because I'm just that down bad in need to have them. But it's touching my heart that I feel like somebody else needs more than I do, when in reality I was the person that was in need. I can even think of another situation with another woman, another great friend. She's like, Rashonda, I don't want nothing from you. She's like, yeah, I'm spending all this money on you left and right, and I don't want a dime or a dollar back. All I want is for you to get through whatever this thing is, and I want to be your friend, your real friend. I want to be there for you. I want to be with you. And when you get to the other side, I want to be one of your biggest cheerleaders and say, yeah, girl, you made it. I want to hang out. I want to spend quality time. I want to do this and that. But the worst thing you could ever do is try to pay me back for anything that I'm doing for you. I don't want nothing from you. She's like, I got enough. God is literally blessing me with enough. I got this money coming in. I got that money coming in. I'm about to go make even more money when I'm not going to be in a position to even be connected with you at this time, because I'm going to be out there making more money. When I get back, I'm going to make more money. Money ain't no problem for me. So the fact that I can give to you this blessing because of the blessing that you were able to give to me when I was down, when I was going through, when I was trying to figure it out, this is my gift to you. Don't steal my blessings from me by expecting or trying to pay me back for nothing that I've done for you. I literally had all these people around me giving me the same message over and over and over again. But I was stuck in a place not being able to see. I couldn't see for looking. I was looking, but I could not see. And the point of me saying this, based on that situation, is when you are going through life and you are one of those people, if you're anything like me, where you got a huge heart, you don't look at nobody and expect for them to be a snake. Especially even if you've been bitten by snakes before, the snakes that's around you don't look anything like a snake to you at the time. It's like I said to my husband earlier. It makes you do one or two things after you done been bit by a snake. Either you keep treating everybody around you as if they are a snake until they show themselves to be a lamb, and then you may lose some friendships, some relationships, some connections along the way. Or you let God kill all the snakes, reveal all the sheep, and you move accordingly. Those are really your only two options. You don't have any other choice. It was one more example that popped out, and it was when I had a person in my life that what made me even begin to help them and give to them and sow seeds into them was because of the seeds that they seemed to be sowing into me at the time. That's just how I am. If you do good to me, I'm going to do good to you. That's just how I am. That's how I move. And they have brought to my attention at the end of the situation, when literally it was at the very end of the situation. This was the last conversation that needed to be had about it. Where they was like, well, I started at 0% and I worked my way up. And I was like, well, explain that to me. And it was like, I don't go in 100%. I start at 0 and I move up. The more I get comfortable, the more I see how you move, how you talk, how you act, boom, boom, boom. That's what determines how much further up the percentage goes for me. I was like, well, that's a problem for me. And it was like, why? I was like, because I started 100%. I always start at 100%. I come all the way in and I do everything from 100%. I only start stepping back and the percentage only starts to drop when I start seeing that you ain't lining up. When I start seeing that whatever it is that you're doing, it ain't 100%. When I start seeing how fake you are, when in reality I gave you the benefit of the doubt that you were real and you were 100. But when I start seeing you in the light of how fake you really are, that's when the percentage starts to drop down for me. And then they brought back to my remembrance when they was like, when I first began communicating with them, oh, well, you told me, boom, 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 and you weren't gonna help me, you weren't gonna be there for me, you won't, won't. And then they made it clear to me that where they from. Like, when a woman must specifically tell you that, you know, you don't go all the way in, you don't even go in at all. You pretty much write it off immediately when a woman tells you that. I can only tell you about this woman. I can tell you about other women, but I mean, in this situation specifically, I can only tell you about this woman. If I'm still judging, if I'm still on the witness list, if I'm still in the, what's the thing in the court? A jury. If I'm still a part of the jury when it comes down to you, I am sitting there on the jury while being a witness, listening and seeing and experiencing the evidence that you put before me. So I don't care if we just met or we've been knowing each other for years. I give you every opportunity in the world to show me who you are. That's just what it is, to reveal your truth to me. And the more and more you reveal your truth to me, that determines what I do. So I don't care if I tell you I'm not going to be there for you, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. As parents, we do that to our children all the time. Then we tell them they're not going to have no toy. They can't stay up later than they bedtime. Oh, because they did this and that, they didn't clean their room. We ain't going to do this, we ain't going to allow them to do that. We ain't going to cook. We tell them that and so much more, and then still turn around and do the exact same daggone thing that we just told them we not going to do. Because when you love someone, when you open your heart and your mind, body, spirit, and your soul to someone, when you open your life to somebody, it does not matter whether or not you want to do it or it's part of your plans to do it. You just naturally do it. So I wouldn't tell anybody to go off my word, even though my word is worth money. My word is worth money. I don't say something that I don't mean. I really don't. But my actions really do speak louder than my words. Because if I tell you I'm not going to do something, and yet you in a circumstance or a situation where if I don't do it, it's going to end up bad, long as it ain't going to be no hurt and no harm to me or my peace, 9 times out of 10 I'm going to still do it. And my actions, in spite of me saying, oh, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, my house was open. My refrigerator was open. Anything I bought and paid for was open. Because we was on that type of time with each other, my body was open. So, what is my actions telling you? Even if I say the words to you, I'm not going to do nothing. Now, did I mean what I said when I say, oh yeah, I know all these things about business? You pay me and I'm going to do these things for you. You give me the money so I can invest it for you. Oh yeah, I'm 100% about that. I ain't going to sit here and hold you on it. Because I done been around too many users. Especially when it comes down to money. You got to put your money where you not, where your mouth. You have to put your money where your mouth is when it comes down to it. You can tell me all day long you're going to do something. But when check day show up, when payday show up, when your what's the thing that come in? When your tax returns show up, when your unemployment show up, whenever it is it's supposed to show up, and you don't show up, at that point, I know what it is. I start marking you off the list as a snake at that point. That's just what it is. That's how I move. Because if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I'm expecting your word, if I'm dealing with you, to be made of money. Just like my word is made of money. But that's my tea about that. When it comes down to you keeping it 100%, you being real, and you deciding that this is what I want and this is what I want to do, I'm going to be one of your number one cheerleaders. But at that same time, my peace is fighting words these days. My peace is made of gold. You got to literally peel my peace out of my cold dead hands. That's how serious my peace is these days. And when it comes down to your gifts, when it comes down to your talents, if you are being placed into isolation, if anything or everything is being taken off the table for you, or you seem like you just in a suspended, not suspenseful, but you're in a suspended state where things just don't seem to be going right. God trying to teach you some lessons. God trying to protect you from leaking out whatever it is you need to be holding in. And God is also trying to reveal the lambs from the snakes. That's just what's happening. Because before I pour out this blessing that you don't even have enough hands to hold on to it all, I got to make sure that you around the right people, places, things, circumstances, situations. I got to make sure that your mind, body, spirit, and soul is in the right place. I got to make sure you fully healed before I put this blessing in your hand. Because this is a blessing that would be horrific if you dropped it, if you lose it, if you miss it. And anything that's for you, it's not going to miss you. But you can miss or misplace opportunities that have to be drummed back up in order for you to have that same option presented to you again. That's my thing. I love y'all. God bless you. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. You hear me?